Welcome back to another episode of Scott's Talk. We are sitting down with a member of the College of Wooster coaching staff and getting to know them. I am Kelsey Stone, a biology and religious studies double major and a member of the women's soccer team. I'm joined by head coach Geordie Brown, who is wrapping up 30 years as a Fighting Scot head coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Kelsey. I really appreciate you doing this.
What drew your interest to Worcester and what makes it a special place?
Well, obviously it was a long time ago, but my wife was the head coach at Case Western Reserve, and my roommate was the first women's soccer coach here at Worcester. And my roommate, Nick Howell, decided to move on to a school in Texas called Trinity. And I was just happened to be in the right place at the right time and was given some great encouragement by both Nick and my wife, Kim. And I thought, wow, this is a good thing. I'll give this a try. And it's turned out pretty good. In terms of being a special place, it's a place where we started a family. Our kids were brought up here. And it's a really nice community to be in. There are wonderful connections here. And it's really been a wonderful place for us to put down roots in the community for the last 20 years and just feel like we're part of something that's pretty special.
What has enabled our women's soccer team to have a high degree of success with appearing in the last two NCAA Division III tournament and winning the last two NCAC tournament?
I wish I could encapsulate that and just sell it because it's been wonderful, but I think there's various factors. I think we started an upward trajectory in 2017. I think we had started moving in that direction. Got to the NCAC semifinals and lost a really tough game to Kenyon on penalty kicks after being ahead. I think with about 8 minutes to go, if you remember, Kelsey. And that was a real. Yeah, that was a real upward trajectory for the team to be in that, and I think we came back from that and really rededicated ourselves. And the 2018 team, again was one that just won game after game and started to put itself in a position to be competitive and learn how to win. And I think the 2019 team was a very different team, but I think it went back to doing the little things. We had a great overseas trip to Iceland in 2018. I think that really helped team culture and bonds. And I think moving forward, we developed just a good sense of team unity and learned how to win. And I think that was the biggest thing, was just that the team figured out how do we win, and were able to be successful both of those years.
And looking for future prospects, Scots, what do you expect from them and what are you looking for?
I would say that we look for a good person from a good family and who's going to be a good teammate. I think those are the things that, that start off before you look at their profile or academics, before you look at their highlight video. What do we know about them as a person? And in our setting, trying to bring in good people is the most important thing. And so really expecting those things when somebody comes in, and then when they get here, working hard to get that team culture, that team mentality, that ability to do the little things that help us be successful, and continuing to be a small part in a bigger unit. And I think we've got a group of young women who have bought into that, and that's what we expect from players coming in.
And looking at the facilities at Worcester and our home field, Carldale, or like John Papp Stadium, what stands out about the facilities to you?
Well, I think we're very blessed in the fact that the proximity to the center of campus, at Worcester is second to none. I can't think of another place that we go to where there are domes around a field, where everything is within walking distance, where, we're not taking a car to practice. We have one of the few remaining grass fields in Ohio, and There are days that it's one of the best in the state. There are days it has its moments too, which we understand is a challenge, but with good care and attention, it can be one of the best fields to play on, and it's beautiful right now. But also having the ability to play on the Andrew Turf field when we do have to go away and play at some of these other places that are using turf gives us the chance to just keep understanding the turf is a different surface. It's faster. They sometimes a little bit smaller, the fields, and so it's nice to be able to have both right here and not have to drive 2 miles to an athletic facility that has been built in addition to a campus. So Worcester's really kept everything nice and close, and with the locker room upgrade, it's been wonderful to have everything right at our fingertips and just walk outside our building and be able to be on our field.
As we near the conclusion of this episode of Scot Talk, we're going to do some quick fire questions to hear the first thing that comes up in your head. Does that sound good?
It sounds great.
What's your favorite memory from playing in the National Professional Soccer League or the United Systems of Independent Soccer Leagues?
Probably the long road trips and the low budget. Made lots of great friends, and we'll cherish those memories. We constantly see a lot of those people that we know in the coaching circles, and so yeah, really the long road trips and just great competition.
Who's your favorite professional soccer player?
That would be Kevin Keegan. I named my son after Keegan, and he was just a kind of a superhero in the late 70s, early 80s, and just really like how he played the game, and just thought what a great way to continue that memory, and it was just a really favorite of mine.
What's your favorite professional soccer club?
When you say favorite, I'm going to have to say it's not my favorite because I was born into it and I didn't have a choice. So it's Newcastle United. My uncle used to play for them professionally in the 1950s, and I guess I didn't have a choice. I was born into it. They have won virtually nothing over my lifetime, but you don't choose who you support, and so it would be Newcastle United.
What's your favorite non-athletic tradition at the College of Wooster?
I would say anything involving the bagpipes. I just love the bagpipes. Being from Northeast England, at times in history I could have been Scottish, but based on the movement of the border. So I have an affinity to that area, and the bagpipes are just there's such a haunting sound that anytime they go off, I just love the tradition of the bagpipes being played and the bagpipes being part of Worcester.
And finally, what's your favorite spot on campus that isn't an athletic facility?
Oh gosh, I would say any coffee shop on campus because I'm a people person. I love meeting and spending time with other people on campus. Gail and Becky know my order in McLeod's C-store. Old Main and Knowlton are great kind of venues as well. I just love being around the students and being in those places where we can, just kind of hang out and, we're not in the classroom, we're not on the athletic field. It's just a great place to be. So I would say I love an afternoon cup of coffee and going across and getting one. It gives me a chance to get out of the office and mix with Worcester students in a different way, and I really enjoy that.
Thank you for joining us on Scot Talk, Coach Brown. We will be back really soon with another episode.
Thanks, Kelsey.